It's time, baby. It is time for the DCEU tier list. Darth Magoo style, baby. Let's go. Oh man, I seen somebody else do a video like this, and it gave me the idea because I have to just okay, we're gonna get into it. Let's go. Let's go, man. DCEU tier list, every movie, and even the Peacemaker HBO Max series is here. We got everything, okay? I don't think we're missing anything on this list. So, and they even have, I don't know why Blue Beetle is there. That movie hasn't even come out yet. But I'm going to do the list now, regardless. So, Blue Beetle is just. All right. Couple of things I want to say before we get into it, though. Couple of things I want to say before we get into it. All right. Couple of things I want to say before we get into it, though. Number one, there's always this big Snyder camp of the DCEU fans, and then they're always it's I honestly don't nobody's even against them. I don't think it's just, but they act like everybody's against them, like they're some kind of underdogs in some war against bro. I'm not. Ain't nobody here for all that. Snyder had some good movies and he had some bad movies. I'm just ranking the movies, dude. Ain't nobody trying to hear a bunch of it's almost like a cult, right? Am I like anytime I make any comment on something about the DCEU, unless there's always somebody who's who brings up Zack Snyder and proceeds to give him an unmitigated fellatio, the likes of which this world has never seen. It's like, dude, I don't really get it. Like, I honestly don't. Um, I don't have any dog in that fight. I just want a good DC universe. Is all I wanted. So, and I think that's where most of the DC fans stand, right? So, if you're super pro Snyder, I don't really care. Just don't be weird. That's really the thing. Just I don't get why some of y'all be weird. Some of them, if you're weird, just no. But if you're just I don't really care. I don't care if you're hardcore Snyder. I don't care if you hate Snyder. I don't care if you love the man. If you love all of his movies, I don't care if you. I don't care. I'm just ranking the movies, okay, based off of what I think and what I feel. But don't sit up here. And then there's also the people who like, if you don't coddle the DCEU like it's something that was really good, then you're an MCU fanboy. I guarantee you, there's gonna be somebody in the comments that because I have a Captain America chair, they're gonna call me a MCU fanboy because I'm about to poop on a lot of these movies, which I am about to poop on a lot of these movies. But peep the Flash. I got a Flash poster right here. I got a Batman poster right here. I got another Flash poster over there in my room. I don't have any allegiance to one over the other. I'm just talking about good movies. And if it makes you guys feel better, the MCU haters, MCU is pretty trash right now. So I don't want to hear that either, okay? I already discombobulated two big arguments that I already know that's going to happen in the comments. So already discombobulated them. So whatever. This is non-bias. I don't have any bias against anybody. This is my opinions on the movies. I'm not gonna kiss up to one vision. Like this is just. me talk like what I feel about the DCU and how things went down and how good and bad these movies were and how good and bad the universe was as a whole. Okay, which it was a hot mess. DCEU tier list, baby. All of the movies, including the new ones, The Flash, even Blue Beetle is on there. I don't know why. I don't know why Blue Beetle is on there because it's not even out yet. So we have all of the DCEU, all of it, right here. We're gonna rank it. We're gonna rank it. We're gonna rank it right now, today. It's been a long time coming, and after watching the Flash, that's what really made me want to do this list because we're pretty much at the end. I mean, we still got Aquaman. I don't know if Blue Beetle falls into the new DC or the old DC. I think it's James Gunn stuff. So I don't even know why it's on this list to begin with. But anyway, DCEU. Who has the most trash movies? Who has the best movies? We're gonna see. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna address this right now. Because for some reason, whenever I've just noticed, whenever I talk about DC or the DCEU, and if you and I don't like certain things or certain movies or this or that and the third, anything that you criticize that is even remotely, somewhat, kind of, a little bit connected to Zack Snyder, like there's like this cult of weirdos that just come out of nowhere and like have like this whole like Zack Snyder fellatio fest where they just suck his meat to undignified end that the likes of which the world has never seen. Like I don't understand it. Okay, I don't get it. I don't get why you're like tip writing somebody so hard. Like either the movies are good or they're bad, but why are you on somebody's meat who's made good and bad movies in the universe? I don't get it. You know, so I know there's gonna be some of those people here that are gonna have like the cult like I don't care. I don't care if you like I don't have any allegiance to any side. Okay, I just want I'm just gonna give you my opinion on whether the DCU, you know, which movies were good, which ones were bad, which ones were in the middle, where the universe was going, if that was good or bad, and all these things like that. I don't care about Zach. I don't care about not Zach or whoever. I'm not against him. I'm not for him. I don't care, dude. Okay. But for some reason, like, and I don't care if you guys are either. It's just don't be weird, like making like this whole big thing, like in the comments. Because like these Zack Snyder cultists out there, like it's weird. It's like a cult. It's like they think like the world is out to get them or something. I'm not trying to hear a whole like meat sucking fest on Zack Snyder, to be honest. Um, and I'm not trying to hear, oh, you just hate Zach. Like I don't care. I don't care. I'm just gonna tell you whether the movies are good or bad. I don't care who directed it. I don't care enough to hate Zack Snyder. And I don't care enough to love him. I'm just gonna tell you which one of his movies were good for the universe and which ones were bad. But according to some cultists, some of the Zack Snyder cultists out there, they're all freaking good. Which isn't that's not true. Come on, man. But anyway, I know there's gonna be the people that are gonna be like, "Oh, you're an MCU fanboy. Like you see my Marvel chair, you know there's gonna be somebody." No, no, I'm not. Okay, if it makes you feel any better, the MCU probably as of the last 3 years is worse than the DCEU ever was actually, which is actually crazy now that I think about it. But yeah, I don't have any allegiance to DC or Marvel over the other. Just I just want good superhero movies. So my my top two favorite superheroes, Batman and the Flash. Those are both DC characters last time I checked. So I'm not trying to hear like these stupid morons who think that all of the DCEU movies are like S tier, call me like a Marvel fanboy or like a DC hater or something because I'm being honest about the movies. I don't got time for it, man. So when your mother tucks you in at night, tell her to spank your pee pee. Okay, but now that we got that out of the way, one last thing, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my future videos, any of my future content. Thank you guys for watching. So we're gonna get into it. Okay. Okay, now first, shoot. Where do we start? Where do we start? Should we start from first to last? Okay. Should we start from first to last? I'm gonna try to go in order. Let's try to do this in order. I think I remember the order, by the way. Let's see, Man of Steel. Man of Steel #1. Okay. I rewatched Man of Steel like kind of recently, like maybe a month or two ago, and Man of Steel that just look, it wasn't it. See, this is where look. I could hear the Zack Snyder fans like typing in the comments. I could hear the keyboards right now. Look, the movie, I just wasn't feeling it. This just how it is. I fell asleep during the movie. I fell asleep during the movie. No, not okay, bad. For a Superman movie, if it was just a superhero movie, it would be okay. But as a Superman movie, I'm putting it in bad. I wouldn't say trash. That's a little bit too harsh. It's a little bit too harsh. I'm not gonna put it in trash, okay? But it was bad. It was bad for a Superman movie. Henry Cavill deserved better. Now, it was it was too bleak. It's just not what Superman's supposed to be like. I'm sorry, it's not what he's supposed to be like. Y'all messed it up. Y'all fumbled it. The the old movies, what were like the Christopher Reeves movies, 10 times better. So, yeah. Batman v Superman. Oh my gosh, this. Man, I don't know where to put this because while it was pretty trash overall, and like imagine making like the second movie in your cinematic universe, Batman v Superman, and also introducing Doomsday at the same time. Do you know how many storylines they just mushed together and botched and neutered all at once in this movie? It was so bad. Like, it would be like if Marvel made Iron Man, right? And then after Iron Man, they just went straight to Captain America Civil War. Like, it would be a cluster. It would just make no sense what was going on because it would just be too much and it would be nonsense. They'd be trying to set up all these other movies and all these backstories for other things that happen and this huge storyline that should have been built up to, but instead it's like the second movie in the franchise. It's just not good. The only thing that I look at fondly in this movie is Ben Affleck's Batman. I love Ben Affleck as Batman aside from him being a homicidal maniac, he's basically the Punisher, but with a cape. That, he's the Punisher, but with a cape. But aside from like the murder, okay, aside from that, his action sequences are cool. I love his action. I love the suit. I love how it's like stitched together and it's like it's you can see the scratches and it's all stitched up and you could like see the muscles underneath and and it's gray. It's kind of like the first gray suit that we've really got. Ben Affleck's Batman was like the best part. He's the only reason I ever go back and rewatch this movie once in a while. But I do want to put it toward okay just for him. But the fact that it's so boring and it puts me to sleep, like I just want you to think about that. I want you to think about that. Look at me. Look at me. Zack Snyder, again, I don't really care, like, but He made a movie about Batman and Superman fighting each other and somehow managed to make me fall asleep in that movie. That should tell you all you need to know, okay? How do you manage to make me fall asleep in a movie where Batman fights Superman? I fell asleep multiple times. Like I had like I probably watched this movie like 5 or 6 times, and out of all of those times, I've probably fallen asleep about 4 or 5 out of those 5 or 6. Like I've probably not fallen asleep like once, and that was probably because I was really energetic that day. I don't know what it was. Like that's how like the man just botched and Doomsday's in it, and you still make me fall asleep. I don't understand it. It goes in bad. Some of it deserves to be in trash, but you know, some of it kind of could have been okay if they had went somewhere with certain things, but it's just gonna sit there and bad. Um, Next up, what came after that? Suicide Squad, right? The first Suicide Squad. This movie was actually it kind of sucked, but Will Smith carried for me. Will Smith. Everybody talks about Margot Robbie. I don't really care for her too much. I mean, she's okay. I mean, she's all right. I just don't care for Harley Quinn as a character. She's. I've always found Harley Quinn annoying and obnoxious and just downright stupid. But Will Smith, he just had so much. Like he's freaking Will Smith. He has so much charisma and the emotional stuff that they gave to his character with Deadshot, it was and I'm not for all the race swapping, but I mean it's Will Smith, man. They finessed me on that one. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly enjoy this movie probably more towards good, but objectively I can't put it up there. That's just that would just be wrong. I mean, actually, it might should probably go in the bag category, but you know what? Screw it. Nah, this is my list, okay? This is my list. It's going in okay because Will Smith carried the movie for me. They did great. I love the Batman cameo. Um Whatever they did with the Joker, that was a hot mess. I mean, I, I don't know. I just look back on this movie with slight fondness despite all its flaws. For some reason it's like a lovable mess. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, look, some people are gonna be pissed. I put the Suicide Squad above Man of Steel. Oh man, the keyboards they're typing right now. Um, so Suicide Squad. After that, oh, I think I skipped Wonder Woman, or Wonder Woman was like around the same time. I don't think I skipped it. It's around somewhere in that same time period. Wonder Woman. This is one of the very few W's for yeah. That's gotta you get it. Wonder Woman W because of W because of the thing. But yeah, this is one of the very rare W's for DC. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell you all right now, like almost nothing. I don't think anything is going in goaded category. Maybe like one movie might get there. Maybe. And I have to think about it. I'm just gonna let y'all know off the rip. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing going in the goaded category for this for this universe. I'm sorry. If you think that like maybe one movie, maybe one. But if you think anything else deserves to be goaded, no, you're crazy. But anyway, Wonder Woman, I would say great. Or maybe good. Uh, because I don't know the movie like I don't know it was a really good movie, but at the same time, I don't know, it doesn't I've never had the urge to go back and rewatch it for real. It's never like it doesn't grab you by the balls, you know? It hasn't grabbed me by the balls, you feel me? I haven't had the urge to go back and rewatch this movie in so long. I probably watched it like once. I think yeah, I watched it like once, and I never went back and rewatched it intentionally. A couple of times I caught it on TV because it was just on, but I never like, oh, I want to rewatch Wonder Woman. Like, but the action in it was pretty cool. It was pretty dope to see a non woke female superhero movie. Wish they could keep it like that, but today's day and age, you have to do the nonsense. You can't just have good female heroes. You have to, you know, be insane about it. Give me 1 second. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could go in great, but I don't know. It doesn't grab you by the balls. It doesn't grab me by the balls enough. Like it kind of did, but not enough. I guess it was just missing something, and I think part of it was probably the like again the Zack Snydery like gloomy dark gray like if they had went brighter for Wonder Woman and more hopeful, I think it could have been a more like fond memory of the movie. I don't know. Because when I think about the movie, I just think about like gray war. I mean, I get it was World War I, so I get why it was all gray and stuff. It actually kind of makes sense, but I don't know. It just I don't know. I never have the urge to rewatch it, but it was really good for sure. But I don't know. It just never grabs me by. It didn't grab me by the balls, man. Next up, we're going with Justice League is next, right? Yeah, Justice League is next. Joss Whedon's version of the Justice League. Now, hold on, let me scroll up. Hold on. Now, this movie, actually, I don't even remember it good enough. I don't think I should have rewatched it before I made this video. Um, yeah, It's forgettable and lame. That's all I could think of for it. I can't even think of anything to say about it. Just forgettable and lame. That's all I could think of. I can't even remember. Um, yeah, bad. I might rearrange some of these because I feel like I thought there would have been more going in the trash category. Am I being too easy on this? I felt like more would go in the trash. Well, I guess we'll get there. Well, actually, no. Most of the worst ones are already up there. So I don't think. No, I might have to rearrange this because there should definitely be some in the trash. But anyway, okay. Next up, we got Shazam. I wonder if I got this order correct. I know I'm somewhat correct in my order, but I'm not sure about everything specifically. The first Shazam never grabbed me by the balls. It was just, and I know people liked it. It was like the first not like I think Shazam was the first not divisive DCEU movie. It was like that's crazy. This was like the first DCEU movie that everybody could agree was okay ish, acceptable ish, kind of. You know, everybody could generally say that was at least you know. For me, I didn't really care for it too much. I always wish John Cena had played Shazam instead of Zachary Levi. I mean, Zachary Levi, he's cool, but like, I feel like John Cena would have fit this character so well, especially with The Rock playing Black Adam. But I mean, but The Rock didn't want to fight Shazam anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered because The Rock has a giant ego. But I'm not gonna go into that right now. That's conversation for later in the video. We're gonna put Shazam in okay. I liked it less than other people. I remember liking it less than other people did generally. People said it was like good. I'm gonna put it in like okay. I'm gonna put it in okay. It was I don't care to ever go back and watch it again. It was just, you know, yeah, I like that's like most of the DC is either bad or like just a nothing burger, like nothingness. Like I just can't care because of how like not good it is. Some of it's because of the universe and some of it's because of the movies themselves are just not worth caring about, some of them. Sometimes it's just the universe as a whole doesn't give you enough reason to care about the movie, even if the movie is worth caring about. So that's blames X. Now Aquaman. This one I really like. This movie. This movie grabbed me by the balls. This was when I was like, okay, maybe they're turning things around. Maybe DCEU has a shot. This came out right after. I don't remember, around the same time, the same year as Shazam for sure. And I was like, okay, Shazam, Aquaman. You got an okay movie and then a really good one. I think they're turning things around for the DCEU. I think this is a brand new start for the DCEU. Um, yeah, I was wrong about that, but Aquaman was pretty great. That's our first movie in the great category. I really liked it. CGI, awesome. The effects, the Aquaman suit when he wears the full suit. Oh man, I love the movie. I rewatched it probably about sometime this year. I rewatched it and I enjoyed it just as much. Like it's a pretty solid DCEU movie, and it would have been a solid formula for going forward in the DCEU. But of course, they couldn't stick to anything consistent with this hot mess of a universe. Birds of Prey. I haven't watched it, but I can guarantee you my left nut that if I did, it would be trash. I guarantee you. I could guarantee. I already told you how I hate Harley Quinn. I could guarantee you my ball sack. Listen. They got movies. They got characters like Green Lantern sitting on the shelf. Characters like Green Lantern, the Flash getting pushed back over and over and over. You know, they had Batman sitting on the shelf. Batman, dude. Martian Man. I could go down a long list. And what do they do with their time? You know what we need, guys? Let's make a Harley Quinn movie. You got Green Lantern just doesn't even exist in the universe. But we need a Harley Quinn movie. Should Cyborg get his own movie? Nah, screw that guy. We need a Harley Quinn movie. Like a trash one at that. Like, bro, from everything I've heard, it's pretty trash. I don't have to watch movies to know that they're trash. Trust me. I'm like right 90% of the time. Whenever I see a trailer, I can pretty much tell. Like you know how some people say, "Oh, that was wrong." Like, "Oh, I watched the trailer and then I watched the movie and it was better or worse than they expected." I'm always dead on. When I watch the trailer, I always could tell exactly what I'm in for. This movie was gonna be trash, and everybody said it was trash, and I didn't watch it because I knew it was gonna be trash, and I don't like Harley Quinn anyway, so that would have made me hate it even more. On top of it already probably being objective trash anyway. So yeah, why make a Green Lantern movie? Why make a Martian Manhunter or a Cyborg movie or finally get Batman's movie out? Why do any of those things? Another Man of Steel, but Superman has had a movie in freaking half of a decade at this point, over half a decade at this point. Why not do any of those things instead of a stupid Harley Quinn movie? We got two Suicide Squad movies and a freaking spin-off TV show. And we only have one Superman movie. and like a half of a Batman movie. Like this is why the universe failed. This is it right here. How much better can the point be illustrated? You literally got one, two Suicide Squad movies, a spin-off for the Suicide Squad movie that's a series, and a Harley Quinn movie. And you got one Superman movie. I guess technically one and a freaking half, dude. And then you have half of a Batman movie. You have zero Green Lantern, zero Flash until this piece of trash down here came out finally. You this is what's wrong with the universe. Stupidity. That's what it is. Like I've always wanted to know who ran this thing into the ground. Like who's responsible? Who's the one at the tippity top of Warner Brothers with no brain in their head, like the brainless moron that just said, "Oh, you know what we need? Let's make two Suicide Squad movies and let Superman not have anything because that's like, bro, I have to know who it is. Who is it that's like signing off on this stuff? There's got to be some guy at the top that's just, is he a evil genius or is he just retarded? I don't know. I don't know, but this is freak. This is, I didn't expect doing this list to piss me off this much. Let's just finish this off, man. Um I'm probably gonna start going out of order. I don't. It doesn't even matter at this point. Second Suicide Squad. Mm, I mean, they made King Shark a little bit too cute, but it. And then the rip off Dead. I would have rather have Will Smith back. They just said let's get another black guy with some guns and make him do like freaking. And Idris Elba didn't have the the star the charisma of Will Smith at all to carry for real. But alongside John Cena, they did do like some of the emotional stuff in that. I actually really liked Peacekeeper in this movie. Peacekeeper was great in this movie. In his series, he was trash, but in this movie, he was pretty great. And they immediately ruined him in the series, which is why I'm just pretty much done with spin-off series. But anyway, uh, I would say, yeah, I definitely enjoyed this more than Wonder Woman, and I would say probably about as much as Aquaman. So I'm gonna put this in great. You know, I might even adjust it to goaded if I lose a couple brain cells today. But okay, next Peacekeeper. I mean, I said Peacekeeper. I meant Maker, Peacemaker. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Okay, I'm tired. Okay, it's late. Peacemaker. Nah, bad. Peacemaker. It kind of. You know what? No, I'm gonna put it in trash. I just don't care. I don't care. All the things that they could have did, they make a spin-off show for for Peacemaker of all characters, number one. And number two, then they just freaking undo and neuter all the characteristics of the character that made him pretty much cool in the movie, in the Suicide Squad movie. Like he they turned him from like a villain slash very edgy anti-hero to basically a goofy hero, basically, which is my problem with all villain projects. Anytime that Hollywood makes a movie about a villain or anti-hero, they always just make them into a full-on hero, basically. And you know what? That's a excellent segue right into Black Adam. Oh wait, I'm supposed to do this one first. Whatever, I'm gonna do Black Adam. Nah, okay, fine. I'll do Wonder Woman first, real quick. Um, I actually appreciate some of what they did. You know what I kind of do appreciate about this movie? I don't want to sound woke here, but it was cool. You know how they never like you don't ever see them do storylines like that in Hollywood. I can't ever think of it where it's like it's always a story where like the guy is like so in love with like the woman or whatever, that he'll do anything for her, and he'll like um and that'll be like the whole plot is him, doing things for the woman that he loves. You never see that with like a woman like loving a man like it's like Hollywood thinks women can't love people or something like what are they, emotionless or something? So it's cool to see uh so so it's kind of new to me to see a female character um that is in love, because they always try to do this independent thing where it's like, oh, if they lose their man or whatever, they're just supposed to not care and they just move on. That's what happens all the time. But to see her actually struggle with that loss and not want to, let go of him and all these things, to see a storyline that allows the character to experience those feelings and go through this grief and actually um try to find that love again. That's refreshing. I like what they were trying to do, but the movie was a hot mess. So, uh, it's gonna go in bad. I never rewatched it. You know, yeah, I feel like it's gotta stay there. I'm sorry, Wonder Woman. It might be able to get up to okay. It might be able to. It might be able to get up to okay. I don't. I think it might get okay just because I think I might have enjoyed it more than Shazam for sure. So either I gotta take Shazam down to bad, or I gotta put. I don't know. This is hard. Black Adam. Black Adam was actually pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I mean, The Rock's ego kind of did the DCEU in, to be honest. Even though the DCEU was very clearly, as you can see by this video, a sinking ship for basically since day one. Sinking ship since literally day one. But Black Adam was the straw that broke the camel's back. Okay, so but and it's The Rock's fault. The Rock, he's cool. He was great in WWE and all these things, and he's cool in movies if he plays his role. But his problem is he's trying to he whenever he takes creative control over things and tries to like be like involved in that kind of stuff, that's when his movies started sucking. Okay, like come on, Hobbs and Shaw, that was so bad, dude. Like The Rock needs to just play his role, but he doesn't. The dude's a large. I mean, and understandably so. He has a huge ego. I mean, he went to WWE, freaking conquered it, like the greatest superstar ever, like arguably, like definitely like top five for sure. And then comes to Hollywood and freaking kills it, highest paid actor of all time. Like, so you can't blame him for having a massive ego, and he really does have the freedom to do whatever he freaking wants. So he's like, I don't want to fight Shazam. I want to do my own thing and try to make himself like the head of DCEU. Then nobody can really tell him otherwise. And I almost can't even blame him, because the man's been like for 20, 30 years. This man's been like scoring nothing but clean 3 pointers, half half court shots, one arm, eyes closed. Just he's been killing it in life, bro. Why wouldn't he think that he could just come up and just own the DCEU? Like, shoot, if he had probably got if he had got his movie made a little bit sooner before the execs finally said, you know what, let's pull the plug on this thing. When they had a little bit of patience left and hope left, if he had got in sooner, maybe he would have been able to do something with it, to fit his vision, which would have been trash too. But um, yeah, I see what The Rock was thinking. I smell what The Rock was cooking, but it wasn't good. Um, but I will say in isolation, I enjoyed this movie, but the problem, the in the action, the nonstop action was cool. Dr. Fate was kind of a disappointment. Man doesn't do anything but spam like one or two moves, and I don't care about any of the other characters. I mean, Hawkman's kind of cool, but the race swap, I don't respect that. Um, yeah, Black Adam, and then like the way that freak like Satan comes out at the end is just kind of crazy. Like, but my big the what brings so this movie would go like in good for me next to Wonder Woman. It would go there, but the fact that they took again a villain and made them not even I could live with anti-hero. No, they just made this dude a hero because you know why? Because The Rock wanted it to be a hero because he needs to be freaking like get his meat sucked by everybody all the time. He can't The Rock can't play a villain because he's not a real actor. He's just like a freaking brand, basically. That's the problem with The Rock. So because of that, you're going down to bad. You could have been good, but the main character, which is what we showed up for, is literally like he literally fell flat. The main course of the meal is like uncooked. So you get bad. Matter of fact, you might even deserve trash for this because of like Black Adam's just not Black Adam. He's not a villain. So Shazam 2 was I watched this movie not even that long ago and I don't remember it. It's probably pretty just bad. I just don't care. Oh wait, how did I miss the Snyder cut for this long? Snyder cut. Hold on, let me This is the only one that might go into goaded. The Snyder cut is great, and in my opinion, aside from Wonder Woman, which he was only co-director on Wonder Woman, he was only half the director, which kind of makes sense. But aside from half of Wonder Woman, the his version of the Justice League is the only good movie that he's made in the DCEU. That's honestly how I feel about Zack Snyder. So that's gonna go right there. That's just how it has to be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I mean, it's kind of not fair though because the man, like that movie is like he kind of because of the fact that it's his own special cut that he was allowed to release after the movie and it didn't have to air in theaters and all these things. He was allowed to get all kinds of restrictions lifted that he wouldn't have had before. So if Zack Snyder made his cut of the movie back in 2017 and that released that, would that have has been as good as the Snyder cut that we got in 2020? No. What was it 2021 or what 20? No, because um he would have had to meet all those restrictions, and you know, so but so still, I'll give him credit for making probably, in my opinion, one of the best superhero movies. Yeah, the DCU is just a hot mess. It never grabbed you. It never grabbed me by the balls. Everything was a failure. They had like rare occasions where they like did okay things. The only thing that kept DC's name from becoming complete trash is their Elseworlds crap they were doing with the Batman and with the Joker movie and stuff like that. Like that was the only thing that like helped them not look like complete trash all the time. But yeah, so that's my list. This is pretty unfortunate, pretty depressing list to make, but yeah, it is what it is. Most of the universe is like bad or trash. I mean, to be honest with you, in all honesty, I could really just eradicate the okay and just put these both down here in bad, to be honest. Or better yet, I could just erase bad and just put all of this in trash, right? So all of this would be in trash. And I really could do that. And then if I did it like that, then like half the universe would be trash. Yeah, this was bad. Um look, yeah, it sucks. I wonder if I should do one of these for Marvel because I know somebody's gonna be like, "You're a Marvel fan." I wonder if I should do one of these for the MCU. That's gonna be a longer video because there's a lot more movies. Or maybe I should just go by phases, like phase one, phase two, phase three, phase four, and things like that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for checking out the video. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Thank you. I'm tired. I gotta get some sleep. Hit the like button. Hit the bell notification. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Give me your own tier list in the comments below. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I appreciate all of it, all the love, all the support. Thank you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.